Hey guys, and welcome to my latest video where I will be talking about my settings. So, these are the settings I have. Just throwing it out there though, my settings aren't necessarily the best settings. Everybody plays differently, and so I feel like mine work well for me, but they may not work well for every single person out there. That being said, most people have similar settings to what I do, or most people that I've talked to. So let's hop into the video. My sensitivity, I think this is normal sensitivity actually. I think this is normal. My FOV is stretched to max. The reason why I do this is because the more stuff I can actually see on the screen, the more likely I am to see someone. Like, if someone's on the very corner of the screen, if I have a lower FOV, I wouldn't be able to see them. So that's personally why I run it. I've seen some other people who, I think it was techies, maybe it's techies, I don't actually remember, who show that if you run it, it gives you less recoil or something. My first person model FOV is minimum. I don't really know what this does. I think it's just standard. My sound volume, I like having my sound very high. It's actually very, very helpful. This is because if you can hear someone walking up near you, I feel like no one really hears, but it's actually helped me so many times. So, I like having my sound volume high. The reason why it isn't maxed out is because when I stream, it can actually get pretty loud if someone's using a Magnum or something. They can like shatter their ears. And I don't really like having inverted controls. It's kind of annoying. I do run some inverted controls for certain games, just not Voxium. Alright, for video, my render scale is maxed. If you have a weaker PC, I would not recommend having at least these two on. And this, having a render scale being a little lower. I got that Beast Gaming PC, no, but I think it's okay. It can probably handle Voxium. So, my render scale's fine. For bullet tracers, this is a controversial one. I think having bullet tracers is very, very helpful. I've won dozens of games purely because of the bullet tracers. The reason why is because if someone's sniping at you and you have no clue where they are, right? The bullet tracers can actually help you. If they miss their sniper shot, it'll show that general area where the bullet came from, and so I'll kind of know where they are. So bullet tracers do help quite a bit. Show ammo shells when firing a weapon. It's okay. I mean, I typically have it on. I'll switch back and forth occasionally though. I don't really. This is an okay setting. Bullet tracers I would heavily recommend if your computer can handle it. May lower your FPS a little bit though. For keybinds, I don't really think this matters. This is just regular keybinds. Um, it's all standard settings, I think. The only one I actually changed was that my inventory slot. Yeah, I think it was my inventory slot 1. Um, maybe not actually. Yeah, this one. Select slot 5 is set to MB4. I have side buttons on my mouse, so it stands for mouse button 4. So I have side buttons on my mouse, and so sometimes I'll click that when I'm switching to my shovel. I set it a little quicker. It doesn't matter that much, though. Alright, for the crosshair. I'm pretty sure this is standard. It looks pretty nice. My crosshair is white. My hit marker color is red. I think that's standard. But for the style, I definitely wouldn't recommend none. I would never recommend none. Dot isn't really that good. Cross with dot is nice, and cross is nice. So I think they're the same thing. They're both really good. Hiding model when ADSing. It depends on how you play. Most people don't use the model. I used to run the model quite a bit. I switched over just to using regular crosshairs recently though. It depends on what you prefer to aim with. If you prefer like an iron sight or something, then use it. I do think for certain guns it does give you better aim, like with the AK or the Magnum. But for others, like the pistol, the scope is so chunky, it's tough to see where you're aiming. And for modding, I use the Skibbity scope. That's what I do. It's the Skibbity scope. What do you? It's the best. What do you mean? No, but for sniper scope, it's 1 sniper scope image scale X. All these are 1 sniper scope background color. I would recommend black. It doesn't really matter a lot though. And these are my settings. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.